one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We'll move on to the acceptance of the minutes for the meeting of May 27th and the meeting of June 9th. And neither of these can we do because there's just not the right members of us here in order to be able to approve them. So we'll have to hold them off to a later meeting. Nothing under audience. We have under school newsletters, Rockland High School, Phelps Elementary, and Eston Early Childhood Center. Any comments on the newsletters? No.
That was good.
Nothing. Okay, we'll move on to reports. Financial reports. We have for the school department, Rockland High School student activities, and Rogers Middle, goodness gracious, Rogers Middle School student activities and food services.
4 motions to approve the financial reports.
4 seconds.
All those in favor? That's a vote. Department head monthly reports. The athletic department, Mr. Kimball. Art, Ms. Thompson. Computer technology, Mr. Wells. Consumer science and phys ed, Ms. Newcomb. The dean, Mr. Damon. English, Ms. Donovan. Foreign language, Mrs. Tabors. Math department, Mr. Casagrande. Middle school, Mr. Griffin and Ms. Thomas. Music, Mr. Piazza. Radio and TV station, Ms. Breeden. Science, Mr. Canzio. Social studies, Mr. Rowe.
That's it. So 13 approvals for the department head monthly reports.
13 seconds.
All those in favor? That's a vote. Under new business, we have Dr. Cron's evaluation. And I just want to flip through this so I'm set up for the next thing, and then I will go into that. Okay. All right. So Dr. Cron's my opening statements on Dr. Cron's eval is our responsibilities as a school committee member. We are responsible for hiring and evaluating the superintendent, and Dr. Cron is responsible for the day-to-day operations and student outcomes. We are responsible for approving and overseeing the school budget, ensuring taxpayers' dollars are used wisely to support students, staff, and critical programs. And we are responsible for setting district policies and priorities. From curriculum to equity and safety, the school committee guides what happens in our classrooms. Now I say this because I'm not sure everyone out in TV land knows what we're responsible for, and I feel like Dick Phelps is standing here with me saying these are your 3 responsibilities. This is a big deal. So I just wanted to put it out there. I will move on to, we as a school committee receive Dr. Cron's evaluation forms. We evaluate him, and then the members give them to me to tally, and then I bring them to you. So I'll start with your goals. Does that sound good, Dr. Cron? I know you love this evening. Nothing like a public evaluation. So we'll start with the first goal, implementing year 3 of the RPS 5-year strategic plan. Some comments on this are, our school handbooks have been streamlined to provide a consistent message. Adequate wellness resources for both students and staff is vital. The ability to self-regulate and feel safe create optimal learning and teaching environments. And Dr. Cron continues to look for improvements within the district. Reviewing the bell schedule at RMS shows openness to increase time on learning and curriculum awareness. So for us to vote, I received 4 out of 5 forms back for Dr. Cron. So I have 1 significant progress and 3 meet. For goal number 2, we have engage in a comprehensive review of RPS special education. This is a 2-year goal. Some comments are, Dr. Cron held meetings throughout the year with key stakeholders in special education. Next year, I would like to have cost-saving plans, as SPED is a large portion of our budget. And Dr. Cron has handled the impacts surrounding special education extremely well this year. Budget constraints have put pressure on this goal, but I see Dr. Cron working hard to ensure service remains and students receive what they need. We have 1 significant progress and 3 meets. Number 3 for the goal is strengthen communication between and among all stakeholders. Dr. Cron consistently fosters open communication across the district. I see many examples throughout interactions with staff and parents. Dr. Cron does excel in communication and relationships with our town officials. Teacher learning walks in the past have been energizing. Experiencing what is happening a few levels above or below, as well as in different buildings, can help staff and administration see and feel the impact of their daily teaching. Dr. Crum provided valuable one-to-one time with principals, which is important given all the leadership changes. And Dr. Cron leads by example and has created a connected school district. Longevity with the staff shows how well RPS is. Hosting the first retire lunch also shows how much past staff still love RPS and Rockland. We have 1 significant progress, 2 meet, and 1 exceeded. The 4th goal is foster a district culture that is inclusive and equitable. It's a year 2 of a 2-year goal. Rockland has long been a very inclusive school system. Our diversity and inclusivity are powerful attributes that have allowed our students to flourish in and out of school buildings. Okay. We have 1 significant progress and 3 meet. Another form we get is the evaluation reports form. Quick little simplified process for us to go through. Progress towards student learning goals, 1 significant progress, 2 meet, 1 exceeded. I feel like you're holding your breath over there. We're all right. Progress toward professional practice goals, 1 significant progress, and 3 meet. Curriculum and planning in the assessment, 4 proficient. Teaching all students, 4 proficient. Family community engagement, 4 proficient. Professional culture, 3 proficient, and 1 exemplary. Overall performance rating, 4 for proficient. And then I just have some closing marks on my own regard. From one sitting here as the chair, I will say that there'd be no surprises in this evaluation. Dr. Cron and I and Jane have a very open and honest relationship. If there was something that was coming up, he would have already known about it. So, and I think that the committee certainly feels the same way with Dr. Cron. I just want to take a moment to say how proud we are of the incredible work you've done as Superintendent of Rockland Public Schools. Your leadership, dedication, and steady hand have made a real difference in our schools and in the lives of our students. Thank you for your hard work, your vision, and your commitment to doing what's best of our kids, our teachers, and our community. You've truly done a great job, and we're grateful. And we know that you try to bleed blue, even though you may really not. So we're lucky to have you. Do you ladies have any comments to that?
Ditto. We appreciate you and in the open communication. You're always keeping us well informed of everything that's happening in the district, and I think it shows.
And as somebody who was in the district for 30 years, I had no idea how many moving parts there were. And that's been very, very eye-opening for me as well. So you're in your building, you're in your classroom, and you think you know what's happening. It's a lot of moving parts. So kudos.
All right. Do you have any comments for us?
Yeah, I'm very, very proud of this town, of this school district. Incredibly grateful. Yeah, I am. It's funny. Evaluation, teachers tell kids all the time, you have to make mistakes to learn. And so they take a test and they don't do so well and they struggle, and kids struggle with that. But they don't, when you evaluate a teacher, if you give a needs improvement, you'd think the world was ending. We are the worst. So we tell people, take chances, you learn from mistakes, be evaluated. But when you're the one being evaluated, it has a feeling and you have to experience it. So I'm happy to go through this every year. it holds me accountable, but it also allows me to talk to principals, who talk to teachers, who talk to students about this process. And it's challenging. And it comes down to honesty and trust. And trust is the key. So I'm incredibly grateful to be here in this position, and I think it's the best school district on the planet. And I would argue that. I have data to back it up. I am so proud of how we do things, and especially how we do things when things are challenging.
Right.
Because when things are easy and there's plenty of money and everybody's happy, that's not hard. But the things that we go through all the time, and the things that Jane and I say every day, we just try to do the next right thing.
Right.
And you all make it very easy because we communicate, and so I thank you very much for the feedback. And again, and I used to tell this to teachers, I'm not going to wait for evaluation. If there's a problem, we're going
Right.
to talk about it immediately. So, there aren't surprises, but
Right.
it's still, it makes you nervous. So
It does make you nervous, I
Yeah.
agree. I think it's, I don't hold a management position on my everyday job. The only management I have is at home, Craig. And I feel like this is sort of out of my wheelhouse, and I have to keep going back to our relationship, the passion that you feel in this district, that we've been saying this for years, that we do make the next best decision. We focus on what we're here for the kids. And as long as I go through that whole process of this is what we have accomplished this year, this was the goal, this is how we got there, then I find it sort of flows right out and becomes a bit more natural. And I hope that you ladies feel that too. Dr. Cron's passion is sometimes a con to you, but then I know you're fighting for the right thing, and that's why it comes out. So I just want to say I appreciate you. I appreciate what we have here. It doesn't always happen this way, and that's what we always hear. So.
yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. I will let you off the hook and move along.
So sorry to move on.
I know. So next we have the school committee calendar for 2025-2026. So I would like to make an adjustment before we vote. I would like to change Monday, August 18th to Monday, August 25th. We usually don't start that soon in the year, in the summer. And then on the end, I would like to have June 8th be our last meeting and not have this June 22nd. We usually can wrap it all up before then, so I thought let's try to stick to that, and if we need to in the end, we'll add on.
Motion to approve the school committee meeting dates for the 2025-2026 school year.
Second.
All those in favor? That's a vote. And then we have the new fundraiser for 2025-2026. We have the WRPestival. I finally have said this correctly. 2025 is an annual fundraiser to raise money for the WRPS Scholarship Fund for a graduating Rockland High School student. And I would like to just put that out there to get started.
Motion to approve the WRPS fundraiser.
Second.
All those in favor? That's a
And
vote.
that's going to be on August 23rd. Did you say that? I don't know if you said.
Nope,
the-
I didn't
The
say
date
it.
is going to be before school starts, so just putting it out there if people wanted
Thank
to
you.
add it to their calendar.
It does say time of fundraiser, August 23rd. And then we have the 2024 History and Social Studies surplus books. Anything to add to the surplus books?
I'd just state at your last page in the packet states the year of the edition, 95, 98,
Oh, yeah.
2000, 2001.
Are these books being replaced, or if they've already been replaced?
In the
And
process in the
it's
cycle.
process in the cycle. I just wanted to make sure, because I know we've had new courses, or there's been a couple book approvals that we've done.
Right.
So I just wanted to see if we were in the need of additional books to replace these, so just if no additional cost, all that
Nope.
good stuff. Perfect.
And I'm
Just
assuming they go
surplus.
to recycle.
Right.
Okay.
Motion to approve the history and social studies surplus books.
Second.
All those in favor? That's a vote. And now, Dr. Cron, back to you for the superintendent's report.
Thank you very much. So I try not to think of it very often because it can be a little overwhelming, but the fact is I'm responsible for nearly 2,400 children and nearly 500 employees. And the fact is I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer. And the leadership to me is building a team. And everyone has strengths and everyone has challenges. And putting that team together, whether you look at the Red Sox or the Patriots, it's about putting the right people in the right place. But you can't make the grass grow any faster, and the sun shines when it shines, and there's a lot of things, and you have to respond. So I rely on a handful of people who have a tremendous amount of responsibility around me and make everything work. Because I believe this district functions in an exceptional way. It's my opinion, but I'm very proud of this place. And I want to say thank you to a handful of people, not in any particular order. Our Director of Maintenance, Mark Sham, Tim Wells, our Director of Technology, who was just retired a few days ago, and now Chris Howe has taken over that position. We're incredibly fortunate to have someone who's been with us for 10 years. Seamless transition. Adele Leonard, our food service manager, who I will forever picture out in a very heavy winter coat handing out lunches during COVID to cars as they pass by. My immediate leadership team is just invaluable. Linda Maniglia, our SPED director, Cheryl Shipper, our new high school principal, Rich McAllister, our new middle school principal, Michelle Shifley, Kelsey Holbrook, Jan Sheehan, and Heather McDonald, our early childhood director. These folks, our principals, carry an incredible amount of responsibility. They oversee curriculum, instruction, safety, every day. They're responsible for everything. So what we ask of them is just incredible, and they do a great job. Janet Tate, our daycare director, Marissa Hoadley, our before and after school director, and our daycare director. They're taking care of our teachers' children during the day, and they're providing an incredible service to the town. Couldn't do it without them. Our fire chief, Duffy, and our police chief, Zioli, we text one another all the time. We are in constant contact, and we have a team together, and it makes this school safer, and not just physically safer, but it makes it a place that feels safe. And their partnership is invaluable. Doug Lapp, our town manager. I'm going to leave people off. This is the part about saying thank you to people. You're going to leave someone off. So if I leave you off, I apologize. Doug Lapp, our town manager. Tiffany Needham, who is our chair of the Board of Selectmen, and our former chair, Mike O'Laughlin. Invaluable partners. John Pumphrey, our chair of the Finance Committee. Dave Taylor, who I text with at 12 at night and 5 in the morning when it's snowing, and he always texts back, and he works very closely with Mark Sham to make this place safe. I'm going to throw in one person who's kind of a department head, but I think of him as a district level person, and that's Dan Kimball, who took over for Gary Graziano and runs our athletic department. Athletics are incredibly important to this town, to every town, but to our town, I think historically it's incredibly important. It changes kids' lives, and I'm so proud of him and so grateful that he works with us. Richard Furlong and Peter Ewell, our Parks Department partners. We share space with them, and we went through a building project with them, and they've been outstanding, and they're just the best. Quick shout out to Rich Penny, who chaired our building committee. We haven't closed out that project yet, but there's some really good news coming for this town. It won't come from me today, but Rich Penny and that committee and the Phelps building, incredible. Lisa Breeden, the manager who took over for Dave Cable Murphy and does an outstanding job serving the school, the kids, the town. Sharon McGonigal, who is the president of our teachers union. Very important. Noelle Novio, Mary Jo Lipson, Betsy Lowe, and Ira Kohler. in my office. Everyone who gets a paycheck around here, they get it because this office works. Anyone who rides a bus anywhere, it's because of Noel Nobio. We've had 2 finding list audits, which is unheard of, because of Jane and Mary Jo Lipson and our office. Ira Kohler, there's not a bill that's paid by this district that doesn't go through Ira Kohler's hands. Betsy Lowe, our human resources. Anyone who has a problem or gets hired or has a question about their health insurance, anything, it's Betsy, and she does it with a smile, and she's incredible. Our state representative DeCoste and our Senator John Keenan, they are partners of ours too, and we've had some big issues, and they know who we are. Just leave it at that. I want to thank this committee. I think people forget this is a volunteer. You volunteer to do this, and you are invaluable partners to Jane and I. We need to know what's going on in the town. We need to know what people are thinking, what you hear. We need to know what you think about what we want to do, and you're incredible. Michelle Bissonette, Dr. Melissa Morrow-Small, Emily Davidson, our Vice Chair Jamie Hennessy, and our Chair Jill Maroney. You guys are the best school committee on the planet, bar none. You just are. And the last person I want to thank is my right hand. I'm probably her left hand, but Jane Hackett. She is our business manager, but she is our assistant superintendent for everything, and she and I do everything together. And she is my partner. She is brilliant. She is hardworking. She has saved this district and this town so much money, I don't even want to throw out a number. But you're the best, and I am incredibly grateful to work with you. And that is my superintendent's report. Thank you.
That was a pretty impressive report.
Yeah, thank you.
I just want to add into that our school resource officers.
Yes. See? Gonna forget somebody.
10 o'clock tonight.
Yep. I'll get some nasty grams later.
No, we don't want nasty grams from them. So Officer Schnabel and Officer Thoreau, they keep our school safe, but they also have that relationship with our students, which I think is really big, and we appreciate them as well. So, Jamie, do you have?
Just want to say, hope everyone has a great summer. Stay cool, and hope everyone in the camps that are going through our Phelps camp and our daycare camp have fun. And we'll see you back in August.
Thank you.
I hope everybody gets outside. And to all my little friends, read, read, read. This is a great season to read. Our library is terrific, and if you need books, come see me. I've got tons still.
And I will add in, if Dr. Melissa Morrow-Small was here, she would say bike helmets,
Sunblock.
right? Sunscreen. We don't want to, what?
Insect repellent.
Right.
Yeah.
We wouldn't want her to not be able to say that. But I also wanted to say we had a retired secretary pass away in the last few days, Karen Armstrong. I wanted to thank her for her years of service here with RPS, and I wanted to send out our thoughts and prayers to her family. I saw that, and I know her daughter and son-in-law, and I just thought it was something that should be said. So we're sorry for your loss, and I have the same sort of remarks. Enjoy your summer. We'll see you in August, and that's all I have.
All right, then motion to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor? That's all right. Thank you.
Yep.